Hi, fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the IHTP or ITJTV MH009 8-bit PWM and ARGB 2-in-1 fan hub. Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful, but I've seen worse, definitely. And this is about a $15 thing. It's well, you'll see. So it comes with this cable that goes from a 4-pin JST connector to PWM and ARGB. But there's a problem, a major problem. Now, this box says it's PWM. The listing says it's PWM. And the product says it's PWM. It's not. Here's the reason why. The connector that goes to the motherboard only has 2 wires and 2 pins. That makes this a 2-pin connector. It doesn't have a tachometer signal. It doesn't have a PWM signal. That means that your software and your hardware cannot control the hub. The hub doesn't have any buttons. It does have some magnets built into it, so you can stick it onto your case like that, but that's it. So that's really annoying, because that means that you can't control the speed. It's not PWM. Now, is there anything good about it? Well, the ARGB appears to work, at least as far as I could tell anyways. So I'm going to set this up and let you take a look and see for yourself. One thing I will point out is that you must plug this in to SATA power connected to your power supply, because if you don't, it does absolutely nothing. It requires so much electricity that it just can't work without it, which is a little bit annoying. Another thing that's a little bit annoying is that the instructions that come with this are entirely in Chinese. There are like little words or acronyms that are in English, but that's just because they don't have a Chinese equivalent. So I have a translation device that helped me somewhat well to translate the instructions. I was hoping for a miracle that there would be something hidden within the Chinese writing that would give me a ray of hope for this product, but no, my hopes were crushed. Now, since there is no real PWM, it doesn't actually matter if you plug in your first fan into the red port, which is port number 1. Why? Well, because if this were a true PWM hub, you'd be able, and that means it would probably have like 5 or 6 pins instead of a 4-pin JST. Then this would become the master fan that would determine the speed for all of the other fans connected to this 8-fan hub. Another thing that I should warn you about is that it is a bit challenging to connect the SATA cable to the SATA port. It is a very tight fit. And if you're using, like this one has a lock on it, boy, did I struggle to get this thing unplugged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, which also has a longer cable. I'm going to plug this in. Now you have to push pretty hard. And the first time I did it, boy, I had such a hard time getting this plugged in. It took a lot of effort. It kept on going in on this side, but not on the side where there's the leg, the short leg. Because, the SATA has that shape. It goes like this. So, yeah, that was frustrating. But I did try to determine if maybe there was some way to control it. I even plugged it into my fan controller, which has PWM, So I thought, well, maybe if I vary the voltage through this, that I would be able to affect the speed of the fan connected to this. No such luck. So I have run out of ideas. If somebody has an idea of how to resolve this issue, please let me know. But at this time, I don't really see a solution to the problem without doing some significant modifications to the PCB and a different fan and PWM and ARGB cable would be required as well. Let me get this set up so you can see. Okay, so I've got it connected, and I just want to demonstrate to you that this hub is useless without a connection to the motherboard for lighting. And there's a little bit of a weirdness about this. So I've got my ARGB fan here. This happens to be the Asia Horse Cosmic that I reviewed recently. And you can see that the lights are not on. And you can also see that I do not have the ARGB plugged into anything. But I do have it plugged in to the hub. Now I'm going to plug it in. And there we have it. Now, don't worry about that noise. That's just the cover for the infinity mirror. Now you can see I've got it connected to the ARGB here. I've got it connected, both of them, to the hub. And you can see the lights are on. Now I want to show you something interesting. I've disconnected the ARGB. It remains on. That's interesting. So apparently, the hub is so stupidly made that not only can it not turn on the lighting by itself, but it can't turn the lighting off either. All it can do is provide power to it. Yeah. So again, because this only has 2 wires for the PWM, there is no PWM. There isn't even a tack signal, so there's literally no way to control the speed of the fan. So there also are no buttons on the hub anywhere, so you cannot manually do it. Since you can't use your motherboard to control it, you can't use buttons to control it, you can't use software to control it, it'll always run at maximum speed. Hooray! Isn't that wonderful? Thank you so much to this company for producing such a piece of crap. So, if you want your fans to run at maximum speed and you want to have no control over that speed, and you want ARGB that'll follow the command of your motherboard, then this is okay. But for $15 approximately, you can get other PWM and ARGB hubs that will do both functions correctly with a remote control or buttons and or connection to the motherboard. So I think this is one that people should just ignore. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.